Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have Butcher and the Blackbird by Barney Weaver. I can't say that first name, I do apologise. But, book amazing. Every serial killer needs a friend. Every game must have a winner. When a chance encounter sparks an unlikely bond between rival murderers Sloane and Rowan, the two find something exclusive. The friendship of a like-minded pitch-black soul stalking across the country, the two hunters collide in an annual game of blood and suffering, one that pits them against the most dangerous monsters in the country. But as their friendship develops into something deeper, the restless ghosts left them in the wake, and are only a few steps behind, ready to claim more than just their newfound romance. Can Rowan and Sloane dig themselves out of a game of graves, or how will they have to finally meet their match? Let's just say I enjoyed this. So obviously we meet Rowan, who's literally found this other guy literally on the floor. Sloane's in the cage, right? She's like, did not expect that. How I think it is, right? And he's like, oh, she's brilliant, she's amazing. Then they do this annual game, so every year they will meet up to kill. So they both are serial killers. He's of course the butcher, and she's the orb killer. Basically, I can't remember what he does. I think it just kind of tells the butcher, but she's the orb killer. She plucks out the eyes of people and string the eyes up in some content playful thing. And everything like that. So the first one, they go to this this motel thing, and where his brother actually texts them the details. And she was like, how do I know that you're not going to get the first one? He's like, no, his brother wants her to win. Because it's the first time this has happened. He's like, oh, I like her. She's kind of feisty. Let's go. So they're in the hotel thing, and they're trying to find out why they're in this place. What's the reason of? We find out that there's actually a serial killer there. I think he was a serial killer. I'm not sure, because he said he's basically masturbating while watching other women get off in the walls. So obviously every time someone comes there, they disappear in the woods. So it's kind of a bit, that's a bit strange. And Rowena bloody beats this guy to the pulp. Okay, he died getting punched. His face was damaged. She said it was Picasso, because his eyes were one area, his nose was in another place. Like literally, it was just like oof. And he was like, Sloane, where are you? And she stayed. He expected her to disappear, and that was it. No, she stayed because the scared in his voice, to the point where it is. Then obviously next time Sloane's like with this guy, she knows who she knows who this guy is. Let's just say you. And of course Rowan, being cocky as he is, he was like, oh yeah, I know, I'm gonna come and come and disturb you, go and do your kill, blah blah blah, He didn't expect that the guy that they were dining with is actually a serial killer. And that's not something I need to know of. Oh, that just makes my stomach quail. Ugh. So basically the guy was Thorsten is his name. I remember that one. Basically he was trying to drug the wine. She knew what was happening. She was like, yeah, no, not a chance. Obviously Rowan drank the wine like it's no tomorrow, because he was like, oh yeah, I'm such a good cook, I know things. He owns his own restaurant. That'll come in the end as well. And this whole thing happens over the summer, right? Then next thing you know, he's literally eating food, right? And she's like, oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. And to be honest, just thinking about it makes me want to be sick. I was like, ugh. I've read this before going to work, and I was like, oh, that's disgusting. Just no. We find out that actually Rowan ate human flesh. To be specific, the rump. He ate blood. And he was proper thrown up. Boy, he woke up and he was like, oh, what happened? And this herb Sloane literally tying this guy up, trying to pluck his eyes out. Like, dude. Then we had this server. His name is David. So remember that name, because I did not expect him to be a serial killer himself. He's the slasher. Something slasher. And I was like, no, that can't be right. No. I was like, no, okay. So, by the way, this Thorsten guy, he would fillet these people up, and use it. He made ice cream house semen. I'm like, ugh. Nope, that put them off ice cream for a bit. It's probably put me off ice cream for a bit as well. Just from reading that. But from back and forth, these two was just literally riveting for each other. They want each other. They're like, what if they don't like me? What if this? What's that? And I'm like, really, guys? Just until one time they're like, you know what? They went for obviously the third kill, but well, it was the third kill. They were finding out what this is, and they're like, oh, let's play a game. Let's do this. Then we meet this big guy who basically was chainsawing people. Okay, chainsawing people. They were in this thing, they run down, it's raining. They have a heavily heated kiss, realising where they actually are after hearing screams. They knocked this big ass guy out, right? She goes down, grabs the mum be Mead, and was like, oh, you've been naughty, like in a grandma voice, like, oh, you've been naughty. And basically, I think this guy died of a heart attack. After she did that, I was like, oh, that's something you don't see every day. But I was very scared of that, okay? And obviously from there, their relationship kind of grew between these two. And next you know, they're heavily heated in bed. He was very heavily heated over her piercings. She had 3 piercings, I believe. Maybe 2. I can't remember. She had 2 or 3 piercings down there, and he was riveting for it. He was like, oh yeah, that's perfect. He said he would do her in his restaurant like he's gonna eat her out like it was his last meal. And he does do that. And obviously that comes to, we have a restaurant called Butcher and the Blackbird. They opened a restaurant. That name, that sounds such amazing. And then we remember David? Yeah. He made sure that Rowan would break up with Sloane, but he did not know that Rowan was giving Sloane clues about him. So obviously they go back through that. She's like, I'm so sorry, and this, but she was like a complete different person. She's like, oh, I knew we finally made it. I was wondering if when you were going to turn the tables. I was like, hang on a minute, wait, what? And then she said it was a slasher. I was like, no. Then all this, the brother thing comes and helps, all this stuff as well. I did not expect that, okay? But these two, Rowan asked Sloane to marry him, okay, and she said yes. That's so cute. And now on, they go off killing other serial killers, basically. It's cute. What do you expect? I cannot wait to read Lev and Lark. So, Lark is Sloane's friend. I believe she has a backstory. That's why Sloane went off killing. And Liver basically is part of one of Rowan's brothers. So I cannot wait to read that one. Oh, that's all I have for time for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.